like, oh yeah, you can't kill him. We're like, all right. And then they went on and flexed, yo, we just 2v12, y'all. Like, okay, buddy, okay, you got it. We didn't. Bro, I want to do Life is Strange, but I kind of want to watch this, bro. We've been going crazy with the viewers today, chat. We averaged like 11K today. Peaked at what, 15, 16K on some shit? Hey, chat, so let's get cordial, chat. Chat, get cordial. Do not get out of pocket. Come on.
Gender and sex are different, and one doesn't mean the other. Like, me having a penis does not make me a man, or does not make me less of a woman.
Shut up, chat T up, chat T up, chat T up, chat T up. Chat T up. Before I put in sub mode, T up.
Children are capable of understanding their gender identity. 3, 2.
Pull up. Children are capable of understanding their gender identity. So knowing if they're a boy or a girl, male or female. No. Y'all saying no. Interesting.
1, go.
I know they were going far hard right, no question. No? So when you were like 9, 10 years old, you didn't know that you were a boy? You didn't understand you were a boy? No. Yes or no? That's not a legit children. That's a child until there's like teenagers and shit.
You, hurrah, you, hurrah, 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 you, hurrah.
They're talking about 5-year-old kids, obviously. They're not stupid acting like when you're a when you're a kid.
You, hurrah.
I was 6 years old, and I have a clear, vivid memory of telling a friend walking down the street, I think I would have been better off born a girl. And I had my whole family, like half my family telling me, you can't be that. My friends telling me, you'll never be female. And a therapist tell me like, oh, you'll never look female. Your hands are too big. Your voice is too low. And here I am, very female. So.
Hey, it's Furbella.
What's good, Furbo? Hey, don't be rude, chat. Come on now. Some mode. Gotta put in some mode. You're getting out of pocket.
So I'd like to believe that I was right.
Yeah, I know when I was 7, I knew. But at the time, you know, that was a few years ago, and there really wasn't any source of information available. But I knew there was something different about me. So kids know young.
If you need to say something out of pocket, just
we need to
dot
not
or some
necessarily
shit.
say,
Don't
okay,
say
switch
nothing out of
everything
pocket.
over right now, but we need to give them space to grow and understand what it is.
Gender roles are necessary.
Gender roles are necessary.
2, 1, go.
Yo, this motherfucker in the front are fucking.
Gender norms and gender
fucking
constructs, like, growing up, they hurt me. They were like, you're a boy, you can't like dress up, you can't play with dolls. That just like made me like start to think that I wasn't made correctly or I wasn't right.
Yes and no?
My view on gender roles as a whole is very based on my identity.
That's so immature.
They, them.
Yeah. Because like I'm non-binary. There's no like non-binary gender role, you know? There's like female and male, and then whatever's in between, you just kind of don't belong. I feel like not belonging, I'm like kind of building my own role, which is kind of weird, but like if it didn't exist at all, I wouldn't have to. No one would have to try and fit. No one would.
I can't tee up, so I will be back after the reaction.
You can't tee up, so I'll be back after the reaction. What is the question? Are gender roles necessary? Snow Bunny go dummy though, yeah? They pull out a cock, what you doing?
He looks like Furbella.
Running? Sucking it? Okay. Bet, suck that shit. Suck the fuck out that shit. Yeah, sir.
Would have to build their own role.
I'm leaving? Why? Why? She was hot before. She's still hot. She's got a cock. So you transphobic.
As a child, we only know what we're taught until you're able to think on your own. Like preteen is when you know if you wanna be what you wanna be.
I get okay. Chill.
And that's like a lot of where my view on this
Yeah, I'm playing,
stems
bro.
from.
Yeah.
I'd like to throw one more thing in. It's about gender roles.
I want to hear the snow bunny talk.
And how hard I worked for 50 plus years trying to prove to the world I was the most masculine guy in the world. I spent a literal fortune buying every cool toy I could buy so I could go out and off-road better than anybody, fly an airplane better than anybody. I'll give you a hint, it doesn't work. It doesn't change who's inside of you. And so that
For Bella built kind of. For Bella got some big old titties and a fat old ass, boy. None of them look like for Bella.
whole concept of, well, you have to be this kind of a person or you're not whole is just wrong.
Well, okay, so as much as the gender roles are hurting by being so constricting, also that constriction is, a lot of that is what.
So this was probably
You
kind of helped me restricting.
born
Also, that
a woman.
constriction is, a lot of that is what kind of
transitioned
helped
into
me
a man.
understand my trans identity. So the roles that are there, I didn't create them, but it exists.
Now don't lie to yourself. Do we look good? Do we look good? Do we look like he pulling some bitches? Don't lie to yourself. Don't cap. Do we look like he could pull some bitches? You gotta, yes sir. I ain't gonna lie, he look like he could pull some bitches. He might pull your bitch. You know what I'm saying?
It exists.
And
I
he
don't
wasn't
want it
even
to
born a
exist
man.
in some of the ways that
Still
it
go
does,
crazy.
but it does.
Yes,
Do
sir.
I believe this should be widened? Yeah. So that's really what I've come to.
His hair go crazy.
Gender reassignment surgery is necessary to be transgender. 3, 2, 1, go.
So he probably still got a vagina, maybe? Or he just doesn't agree, or maybe he got the surgery but still doesn't agree.
Go slightly here. There we go. But it depends on the person. It very much depends on the person.
100%.
For me, it was kind of important. You know, it was just kind of the finishing step kind of thing. But a lot of people don't need it.
What is it?
You know, it was just kind of the finishing step kind of thing. But a lot of people don't need it. The social transitions, the personal transitions and things that are much more important to people than the medical transition. But other people need that as a very important step to start their transition or finish their transition.
Before you have surgery, before you have hormones, before you tell anybody, and maybe even before like you really have a grasp of like what it is you're experiencing, you can already be your gender. My gender was female from the point that I, as a child, developed a sense of gender. I still get asked.
Or anything, but would you do the nasty with a trans person? Chat can answer too. If not, why?
Like, oh, like when you had your surgery, do you feel like a woman now? And I was like, not any more than I did last week.
Emote only. Emote only.
I guess.
Yeah. For me, I could definitely like go without it and still be 100% happy, 100% like confident as a woman. But I think it's just kind of like a cherry on top and like what eventually I'm gonna need to like complete the
This was for
whole circle.
So she was for sure born male and then trans. Yeah.
Definitely.
So y'all not fucking?
Like go without it and still
y'all
be
not hitting
100%
James
happy,
Charles?
100% like confident as a woman.
Don't care.
But I think it's just kind of like a cherry on top and like what
Take emote only off. You hitting James Charles with the wig?
eventually I'm gonna need to like complete the whole circle.
Being physically female is not even in like the top 10 things that make me feel like a woman. Like me having a penis does not make me a man or does not make me less of a woman.
It's interesting to look at this. The young folk, the old folk. And that's what I've seen through the years, is that it's less and less important to the young transgender people, but it still needs to be available.
Dating is difficult for me. 3, 2,
Interesting.
1,
I'd like to know about this.
go.
Bro, his opinions are so strong, or fuck, I don't want to get his pronouns wrong. His or her opinions are so fucking strong. Always go strongly agree or strongly disagree.
Dating is very hard.
Her.
The only kind of people that I attract are people that want to like fetishize trans people. So they'll be like, like you're so hot. I want to do this and this and this with you. But then I'm like, oh, but like let's go out in public. Let's like go to dinner or something.
Up with me, but then she say she still wanna have sex cause of feelings. I'm like, nah, it's cool. Then she gets offended talking about, well, are you not even gonna try and just give up? Like what, him so lost dog?
Yeah, that's bitches. Yeah, that's bitches, bro. My girl just broke up with me, and she still want to have sex, and I'm like, nah, I'm cool. And then she gets offended. Yeah, that's bitches. That's bitches. That's every ex when you break up with them, my boy. Every ex. You don't break up with a bitch and not. They don't ask for more
troll,
dick.
But what does it mean to be a female or man anyway? Any answer would be sexist, TBH.
This and this with you, but then
So listen to what she's saying. Listen to what she's saying, chat. A lot of y'all exposed.
people, so they'll be like, I attract.
Listen to her.
Dating is very hard. The only kind of people that I attract are people that want to like fetishize trans people. So they'll be like, like you're so hot. I want to do this and this and this with you. But then I'm like, oh, but like let's go out in public. Let's like go to dinner or something. They're like, ooh, I don't know about all that. Like,
A lot of y'all in the closet. A lot of y'all scared.
I don't want my friends to know I'm dating someone like you. And it's like, they feel like they have to come out as well as someone who's attracted to like a trans person.
I agree. It's confusing for them if they say like, oh, so am I like gay or something like that? And it's like, no, because I am attracted to straight men and like straight men are like attracted to me. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Like liking penis and liking vagina like doesn't make you gay or straight. It's like liking a man or liking a woman makes you gay or straight.
Exactly.
It's a little weird being like not a part of the binary, so people are really like, so what am I? What are you? Like, what is this?
Where do we fit together?
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think I like you, but I don't know what I like. What is
It just gets a
I
little
really
confusing.
hate the question why sometimes, especially on Twitter, why does everything need an explanation?
this? I'm like, if you like, then take, you know?
They just want to like,
go
put
for
like
it.
a label on everything.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
sometimes
I
we
think-
don't need that, you
I
know?
just think people need to stop with like, oh, I'm attracted to men, or like, oh, this. It's like, no, you're attracted to like a human being. You're attracted to a person.
There are risks
Okay.
to being transgender. 3, 2, 1, go.
Look at Shorty. She should strongly agree with or disagree with everything, bro.
Transitioning is dangerous.
Yeah,
Transitioning
100%.
is not easy. Like I've been beaten. I've had death
Damn.
threats. I've had sexual assault. Someone threatened me of that. And I'm privileged in this community because of my race or because I transitioned younger. And the biggest problem is that trans women of color are the ones being murdered in this country. That like trans people of color are the ones at risk. And this is the real issue that people need to know about. But like, it is totally worth it because you just, I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, he snatching bitches, bro. You know what I'm saying?
there's no life outside of this.
That's definitely real. That's real. So the fear of violence
nigga look
from
like he could
others,
sing, too,
yes,
play
that's a
an
risk.
instrument on some
but,
shit.
I don't know. There's risks playing the stock market. There's a risk when you eat that McDonald's. Everything's a risk, you know, nowadays. But I feel like what's really worth it was my mental health. That's not a risk I'm willing to take because that's the real
Sorry,
death.
yes, it doesn't stop saying your line with people like about some of these 2-3s still. And check my DM on Twitter at Mari2Slimy bum bitch.
Oh, it's gonna be the only one
Yeah,
where
we'll go off for it. Yeah, in my case, I really agree because this is the body I got. And one of the biggest things I did for myself was all during my
Do you
cross-dressing
believe they
days.
should have to tell people if they're transgender before they have sex or get in a relationship?
yeah. Yes. Personally, yes, I believe that.
I used to put on all the crazy foundation wear, trying to squeeze myself into something that I didn't fit in. And I looked at myself one day and I said, you know, you look as good as X number of regular women. Have I made a few changes? Yes, but that doesn't change the fact that I love who I am and what my physical presence is.
It's just so hard. It's so hard because like
with themselves, then you're a loser. On my mama.
being told like women have this and women look like this and women, and it's like then I don't look like that. So I must hate my body then because my body is what keeps me from looking like a woman. But then I like get out of that like toxic mindset and I'm just like, wait.
What's the chances of
I
me
am a
getting
woman.
head?
I
Well,
wish
no, in my
I had said
opinion.
strongly
50.
agree, but that's not the truth. And the truth is that I love my mind, I love my life, but there are days that I have where my self-esteem issues are so bad that I can't leave the room. And I almost didn't even go to my college graduation because I was like, I'm not female enough to graduate college or something. And all that being said, I have no regrets. That was the thing. Because if I hadn't transitioned, I just wouldn't have a life at all.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't transgender. 3, 2, 1, go.
Literally me. Literally me.
I think I'll
No.
I often have told people that, you know, this is not something I would wish purposefully on my worst enemy.
It's Ferb not going to
You know,
lay him
it's not
smashing the blonde
pleasant.
one she
You go
bagged.
through all sorts of interesting changes. It cost me my spouse that I love dearly.
It's Ferb, not
but it
gonna
was
lie,
so
I'm smashing
important
the
to me
blonde
that it
one
had
she
to happen
bagged.
that I'm pleased that I did it. It's the
Ferb.
best thing I've ever done in my life. But it's also
stupid
something I
damn
never
way.
wish on
Go
anybody else
dummy.
on purpose.
For me, it's I'm disagreeing because it's not the fact that I'm trans that I don't like. It's the discrimination
Like I
that
said, I
I
support
face that
LGBT,
I
but
don't
I'm
like.
going to
The
forever say
intersections
this
that
and
I hold,
stand
being
by it.
black,
I
being
think that in
trans, you know,
today's
you find that
society, they're
discrimination
trying to
comes
shove
at
those
you
ideals
in
onto
different
us as
ways.
if supporting
And
them
so
isn't
that's
good enough. If
really
I don't
what
wanna date you, I'm automatically
could do
homophobic.
without.
Yeah, I
That's
think the
weird.
main thing
I see what you're
that
saying.
I just like hate, like everyone else is saying, is the discrimination because it's the fact that like, oh, if I'm in a certain
what you're
situation
saying.
or oh, I'm somewhere, like I have to worry about my safety for like
Not
literally being
fucking
like who I
James
am in that
Charles.
sense. And it's like nobody should have to worry about like whether they're gonna like make it through something just for like being themselves.
So true.
Obviously, I don't
But
think
I
this will
think that's
ever
just
like
the internet. I
go away
don't think
fully. But
people are like
as
that
I
in
was
real
like
life.
coming out, it like I would like have times where I was
You
like,
gotta
God, I wish
understand,
I wasn't
Twitter
like
is a
this.
different
Like I
place.
wish I wasn't trans because then like my life would be easier. I wish I was born a woman, or I wish that I was just like comfortable being male. And then I realized that like if I was born a female, like
so
I
not to be
wouldn't be a part of the LGBTQ community. I wouldn't have gone through the struggles that I have gone through, and like I would be a completely different person. And I love who I am, and so I don't think I would want to change that. And I'm proud to be trans.
Clap it up.
Time for the Gina selfie. Everybody on this side of me, please.
I love that, yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Michael.
And I'm Jason.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. It was really awesome to do this.
Pay,
episode
clap.
during
Pay,
Pride Month
clap.
Especially. So we are so excited to hear what you think about it. Let us know in the
Take it out of
comments.
7. Oh,
Right. And also, we just hit 3 million subscribers.
Yes.
We want to say thank you. We really could not do this without.
as long as y'all can have that, you know what I'm saying? And as soon as we watch a video like that, this comes up as